Hello, everyone. This is Big Alski,
And this is JTB.
and this is Chapter 7 of Alhazard's Ninja Gaiden Sigma Hard Karma Run. This is Part 1. So here, just drag the essence of the bats.
Don't screw up your on landing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's easy to do that. You get a little angst because of the time limits. I don't think he could have got more out of it anyway, but...
Looking at that, I think best case scenario, you probably could get like one UT. You get two UTs and an ET, maybe, but it's like all that thing that you always kind of think about with any kind of karma run. Like it's an extra 2,000 points, but it could take you a very very long time to get those 2,000 points. So it's all up to you, kind of whether you deem it worth it to go for it or not.
Now, I guess there wasn't bats. The bats that I was talking about was from the little hallway.
Yeah.
And so in like, what is it, black or something? Are they in the chest, or is that just on Master Ninja? Because you could stagger those bats. But anyway, I guess it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, you can use both for that encounter, I guess, so it's okay. Yeah, he could definitely get two UTs and an ET with 15 seconds. Yeah, looks like he's...
Right.
It's like I almost had that plan.
Well, then if he did it here, I didn't notice the time limit in the first one, but...
Yeah, but I mean, he does finish with some time there. And
right.
If I remember rightly as well, like the Lunar UT is it's very, very slight, but it is slightly faster in Sigma. Like it's very, very, very precise, but it's maybe 5 frames quicker. Like it's just that little bit faster in Sigma between like the second and third and fourth hits, like the individual spins. It's a little bit quicker than it is in black.
Right. He got a little unlucky there. I think he hit the Monk Fiend and got a yellow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Monk Fiends, they do have a pretty good chance of giving you either blue or red. So, again, it's just one of those things that you kind of have to try your luck with, really. There's no way to really guarantee it. Having low health definitely helps, but with Cat Fiends jumping all over the place, that's its own kind of danger doing that. This sweet spot here does also work on the other side, but from what I remember in Sigma, the right, like as you're looking down from the monastery, like the left-hand side, the one he uses is actually the better one to use.
And thanks to Kiori from Ninja Gaiden Black for finding that.
Yep. I was thinking there for a minute, like, is this a clone on hard? It like takes him a while to spawn in for some reason. Oh, that's unlucky.
I tell you, I know the frustrating of that, trying to get up and something, and, if that had connected or he'd done some other move, all of a sudden you're dead.
Yeah. Now this double connecting ET, this is pretty much the only way to make this time limit. You can either just knock him down once or use XXX. It doesn't make a huge difference, but you really want to make sure you get that double connecting ET. As you can see, it just destroys his health bar, and you can make this time limit. If you do it perfectly, you can get 2 double connecting ETs and then actually wait for him to flip up and get a UT. That way you'll get the full 35,000 essence. But with essence being the way it is in Sigma, that's not as important to get.
Right, that's such a good point too. But you can tell already the time limits are much shorter.
Yeah, for every single fight, pretty much. Like they're a lot shorter, and that's one thing I kind of enjoyed about Sigma. Like, if I hadn't have played Black so much before Sigma came out, I probably would have got like more into karma running in Sigma just because of that. Like there's still like a fair amount of bullshit, but there's just way less farming. There's way less just raw farming of encounters, which is really, really nice. It's great not to have to do that.
Now he went down and saved, I would assume.
Yeah, I imagine he would have saved after that. That's one other thing in Sigma as well, like the increased amount of save points and Muramasas. Like there actually is another save point down in the tombs that isn't in black. There is also a Muramasa down there that's not in black. So it is important in that. Now for that right there, it is curious that, that ET obviously whiffed, and it wasn't supposed to, but with the swords, that could very well kill the Cat Fiend, and he ends up nimpoing anyway, so I would, in hindsight, I would charge either a Lunar ET and maybe use your Inferno after that, then you could activate it near the body of the cat, kill the Monk Fiend, and then you'd actually stagger 2 blues if you had low health. So that's something.
There you go. From the mouth of JTB, for all you karma runners.
Like, if you had, like, hindsight mode for Karma, that would be good. Just rewind it. Nope, I actually want this to happen. Now, if I remember rightly, he doesn't actually score an extra UT here. Now, these Monk Fiends are pretty annoying when you're trying to farm just one of them on their own, but putting more distance between yourself and them isn't usually the best thing to do. As you can see there, that when you do that, they love to just teleport and attack you, which is obviously going to screw up your UT. So it is actually better to just either smoke bomb or jump away and keep them within kind of a jump's range of distance. That way they're much more less likely to teleport next to you and attack. I love the dual swords Fiend Sealer.
Well, see, that ET killed that cat. I think that's what he was going for. But to be honest with you, I'm really surprised he didn't redo that fight. I mean, he missed a lot of points in that room.
That's true, yeah. Just like looking at like the raw missed kind of UTs, there was at least probably 12,000 missed out of that last encounter. This was another fight as well I was really glad they shortened on, like, because in Black, especially on the high difficulties, this encounter it has so much time. It's insane how much time it has. I was curious he actually jumps away there. I love that, was cool. Now I can't actually tell by looking at the video if he has the Armlet of Sun on. I don't think he does, because I would assume an ET with the level 2 Dragon Sword would kill one of these guys. Yeah, and he uses an ninpo here. That's really unfortunate they go underground, but it's very, very lucky he gets a blue there. Now, that's one important note that they did change in Sigma. When you attack those enemies, the Fiends, that's all 3 types of them, when they come out of the ground like that, if you actually let your UT go in that part of the animation, as you can see, it knocks them to the floor. And if they're dead, they'll just go through their dying animation while they're on the floor instead of get right back up. So as you can see in that UT, he actually let it go with around 3 seconds left on the clock, whereas if he had to go through the entire animation, he wouldn't have made the time bonus there. So that's a nice little bonus that they changed that in Sigma.
Do you think having the level 1 Lunar is hurting him, or?
It's difficult to say at this point. Like, especially on hard, like, I think it's one of those weird balancing acts. Like, the level 2 Lunar is definitely, like, too strong for hard mode. But the level 1 Luna, like, can be not strong enough. Like, it just depends on kind of, like, the encounters you're kind of prioritizing it for. Like, the level 2 Luna for those enemies, I'm pretty sure would probably kill them in one hit.
So, you know, he missed a couple other points. A UT, got an ET, but missed a UT. So a few more points here. Here, the time limit's so short that, you know, he's just going to pretty much ET through it. But again, you know, this is almost over with. After this, I think he goes and gets the flails and goes back up and upgrades and does the archive challenge. So that's it for this, and we'll see you in part 2.
See you guys.